So our Torah portion this week, Toldot, gives us the story of two brothers, each quite different from one another. The first, Esav, is a man of the field. He loves to hunt and spend his time outdoors. The second, Jacob, is a bit of a homebody. He stays in his tent, learning and tending to the household. The conflicting favoritism shown by their parents, Isaac and Rebekah, ultimately sets the two boys off towards a path of estrangement, suspicion, and jealousy. Yeah, not so nice. But it led us to wonder what it might look like if the two opposites, Jacob and Esav, were to find themselves in the same home today.
What temperature do you think it is today? 45 maybe? A lot of people don't like the cold, but that's when the whitetail come out, so I don't mind because I'm a hunter. My brother Jacob, though, forget that. What a loser. That namby-pamby's probably sitting at home under 5 blankies right now.
It's cold. It took 3 hours to get the stove going so that the pipes don't freeze tonight. Dirty work, but at least we'll be good until the morning. It would be nice to have some help, but that's not going to happen. My brother Esav couldn't be bothered with actual work. He's probably off hunting somewhere, like always. He'll bring home some deer, I suppose, but what good is deer if you don't have running water, honestly?
Well, there we go. That'll make for a nice dinner for the next few days. Dad always liked his red meat, so sure, we just get beef at the grocery store, but since Mom went organic, we can only afford steak every 2 weeks. Dad'll love this. And what's more organic and fresh than this slab of beef right here? Would be nice to have some help prepping everything, but oh well. I bet Jacob is at home reading some book like a nerd about global warming or something. Why can't the globe be warmer right now?
Mom and Dad were cold, so I had to chop up some wood for the fireplace outside. Would be nice if Esav were around to help so I could get back to studying for my ISEE, but of course, he's still gone. After all, it's a 2-hour drive from his hunting grounds back home, but honestly, it's the 21st century. Who really hunts anymore? I mean, I should have burned his shotgun news instead of chopping more wood. Well, since our hero isn't going to be here for another hour or so, I better get started on dinner.
Whew. Boy, the wind is howling today. You feel that on the freeway? Whew. With all this traffic, I'm not going to get home until long after dinner. I hope Jacob's made something. Probably not, though. He's too busy reading. He didn't even take time to like my Instagram from my hunt. Although, don't text and drive, kids.
Man, the wind is howling. I bet Esav's going to be home late. It's a good thing I started on this Ashireshte. You'd think he learned by now that it's impossible to drive in town on Friday night, but no. He's so single-minded, he's probably still hunting. He didn't even take the time to like my Instagram photo for my soup.
Jacob, how you doing, man? Boy, I'm famished. That smells good. What is that? Got us a nice deer here. Too late for tonight, but we can eat it for the rest of the week. Don't you think Dad will love it? Just let me get some of that soup, will you? I'm so hungry. I could just die.
You know, I could demand some form of contractual obligation in return for this soup. After all, I've been busting my butt here all night while Esav's been out gallivanting in the woods. But he does seem awfully proud of that deer. Sometimes I just don't get him, but maybe, I don't know, maybe if I ask a little more, maybe if I listen a little more, we'll get along just fine. What do you guys think? Should I give him some of the Ashireshte? Maybe we have learned something in the past 3,000 years. Here you go, Esav.
I complain about my brother, but he does look out for me. And he's really smart, even if he can't find his way out of a paper bag.
Sometimes I just don't get him, but maybe if I ask a little more and listen a little more, we'll get along just fine. Thanks, Jacob. I really appreciate it. I'll help you clean up.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.